The wind was cold that evening when Daniel sat on the edge of the old wooden bridge, his feet dangling above the river. He gripped a folded paper in his hand, the letter from the company that had just fired him. His dreams of building a future for himself and his mother now felt shattered, like broken glass scattered in his chest. For weeks he had tried everything, applications, phone calls, knocking on doors, but nothing worked. Every night he returned home to see his mother's tired eyes, pretending to be strong while secretly wondering how long they could keep the small house. Daniel's chest ached with guilt. He felt like a failure. That night, as the moonlight shimmered across the water, Daniel whispered, "God, if you really see me, why does it feel like my life is falling apart?" His tears fell onto the letter. He thought about walking away, disappearing, maybe even ending the pain. But just then, his phone buzzed. It was a message from his childhood friend, Mary. She had no idea what he was going through, yet her words lit up the darkness. "Daniel, I just felt like I needed to send you this verse tonight. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future." Daniel froze. His hands trembled. Out of all the verses in the Bible, why this one, and why now? His heart pounded as if heaven itself was answering him in that very moment. He leaned back against the bridge rail, staring up at the stars. Slowly, he began to breathe again. For the first time in weeks, he felt a spark, a fragile but real hope. Maybe God hadn't abandoned him. Maybe the rejection wasn't the end, but the beginning of something better. The days that followed were still hard, but Daniel carried that verse with him everywhere. Whenever despair whispered, he remembered, plans to give you hope and a future. 2 months later, a call came from a company he had applied to long ago. Not only did they offer him a job, but it was far better than the one he had lost. With tears streaming down his face, Daniel looked at his mother and said, "God really does write better stories than we do." And from that day on, whenever life shook his faith, he would return to that bridge, not to give up, but to remember the night God reached into his despair with a promise that changed everything. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.